Time for your big step, presented by Walgreens, and it focuses on Caitlin Clark, who's done so many amazing things. This isn't even like the very top of the treetop of what she's done. She's the all-time leader in scoring for a career and a singles season. She just won the Naismith National Player of the Year back-to-back, first time since the great Brianna Stewart did it. And of course, she's been the Big Ten Player of the Year and Big Ten Tourney MVP back-to-back-to-back. Here's what Clark had to say yesterday after she won the Naismith.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to the Naismith Award. You put on a first-class ceremony, and I've been here the last 3 years, and it's been very cool to see how this has grown. Every time we got to get bigger and bigger rooms, so I think that just speaks to where women's basketball is. Congrats, Cameron. It's been fun to watch you this year. Congrats, you too. But like I said, I think it's been a special year for women's basketball, so to win this award is really special. But to be back here playing with my team, I couldn't script it any better. I know some of them are here somewhere back there. I'm not really sure. Oh, right there. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. This is just as much yours as it is mine, and my parents are here, and I love you guys to death. And yeah, I'm just very grateful and thankful, and I'll see you on Friday night.
Yeah, she's a talented lady. There's nothing Caitlin Clark can't do. She can play a musical instrument as well. Might as well. You're in Cleveland, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, after all. Speaking of Cleveland, we're trying to drum up some interest in the game by checking in with our crew who joins us now on site. Ladies?
Thanks, Mike. We have made it to the land where Caitlin Clark has picked up another Naismith here with Steph White and Christy Winters. Got a lot of basketball experience between the two of you, between playing and coaching and analyst. Have you ever seen anything like this in your careers when it comes to Caitlin Clark?
No. I've not seen anything like this, and not just because of the popularity of Caitlin Clark and the way that she's captivated, the country, but I mean, she's like a rock star. You go into the hotels and areas are roped off, and there are hundreds of people just waiting to see her, and it's not like anything that I've ever seen.
No, same. I've never seen this before. And if you go back in eras and back in the day, if Cheryl Miller had social media and all these things, there may have been a different kind of evolution of the game. It may have been more rapid, but I love what we're seeing with how she's galvanized sports, not just women's basketball, but we've seen little boys, little girls just running after her, running after the buses. After the games, you see that the minute left on the clock, they're swarming the court just to get a glimpse or a hello or an autograph, and that's what it's all about. It's just her effectiveness on the floor, and it's not flashy, but it's efficient, and it's so much fun to watch, and it's very refreshing. But the thing that really burst my intrigue is that she is planting those seeds in those little faces. So I love that.
It really is so special to see. And you think about Caitlin Clark, she's had so many big moments. She has such a big spotlight. How has she handled all of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I give credit to her support system and to herself, because the maturity that she's shown, the grace that she's shown, in the way that she handles not just the spotlight and the attention, because when you're in this situation, everybody's just waiting for you to fail, right? They're waiting for you to fall off, and she's handled it so well. She says the right things. She does the right things, and I just give a ton of credit to her support system for, helping her maintain perspective and understanding the bigger picture.
Yeah, and I think, in those commercials where you see her parents hugging her and giving her the heart sign, and I mean, those good feeling moments are what it's all about. And yes, Lisa Bluter included, I think she's molded and encouraged these young women to be the leaders that they are, and to do it, like Steph said, with grace and conviction, but also humility.
Yeah, how Caitlin Clark has handled all of this. Such a role model for anybody looking at the game of basketball. You think about women's basketball. Has Caitlin Clark forever changed it?
I think so. I think that it's a perfect storm, so to speak, for women's basketball, and whether you're talking, Caitlin Clark, you're great players that we have right now, Paige Beckers, who we're going to see, certainly Angel Reese, who we just saw, Juju Watkins, who's coming up, Hannah Hidalgo, who's coming up. I mean, this is a moment where social media and the opportunity to see these games in prime time, intrigue, all of these things are coming together, and I think we've got a great group of young women who are leading us through this moment, who are continuing to move the needle, who are continuing to challenge social norms when it comes to what women's basketball and women's sport is about, and I think that it's forever changed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you see all those little faces, that's what I was alluding to, just how that is motivating for them, because you heard the story with Caitlin Clark and Maya Moore and how she was at Minnesota Lynx games and how that motivated her. So it's all about building year by year, day by day, minute by minute of the possibilities. And I think that is what is most encouraging to the youth, is to know that these things are possible and this is the new normal.
You think about Caitlin Clark, already such a legacy. What would a national championship do for that legacy?
Well, you know, every time you have the GOAT conversation, it's about how many championships have you won, right? And it's hard to be in the conversation without winning championships. Now, the landscape of sport has changed, so I argue that oftentimes, but I think it really would put her in one of those greatest of all time conversations.
No doubt about it. I mean, you've won a championship with Purdue. I got to the Final Four and didn't win, so I know it feels different to win. So I know it would definitely be the exclamation point on what has been a most terrific career for her in all ways, and not just the accolades, but just what we were talking about, how she's been able to galvanize sports and hope and all the possibilities that come with it.
And I know we are so excited for so many more special moments this Final Four weekend. Coming up, we're going to preview the first step to getting to a national championship for Iowa, and that's that Final Four matchup. For now, Mike, back